Well, good afternoon everyone, and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. Now, I've just had an email from, I don't know whether it's a he or a she, saying that they'd just like to have a look at a few plants. So I thought I'd just get a few plants and just have a look at one of the roots and just have a look at a few different varieties of Phragmipedium and Paphiopedilum. And the one you can see in front of you is Phragmipedium grande. Now, Phragmipedium grande is a cross between longifolium and caudatum. Longifolium likes it wet, caudatum likes it a little bit drier. I'll go into that later. It's basically a light green colour. As I say, if it's darker, it needs too much light, it needs more light. When it flowers, the flowers are basically a light green as well, with sepals, you know, the long dangling little bits at the side of Phragmipediums. They're sort of a reddish colour and twisted, and they can grow as long as 80 centimetres long. I've been growing these grandes for a long time, and I've grown so many and sold so many that I don't know which is the mother plant or which is which, but I think now they're all divisions that I've got, and they're quite easy to grow. You just got to keep it wet. I just fertilise, as you know, twice a year with fish blood and bone, which I might start on some of my Paphiopedilums. I might try and do that, and then build it up with some liquid fertiliser as well. They're quite easy to grow, these, and they produce many growths per year. I'll just get the camera and show you what I mean by that. Well, as you can see, this has got three nice new growths, each one putting a new leaf up in the centre, and if I get around the back of it, we can see the growth that it's putting up this year, and these have grown awfully well since putting on the... So you can see these grow very quickly, especially if kept wet, and you know, I would recommend this Phragmipedium grande to anyone if you can find the time to keep them nice and damp or even wet through. That is Phragmipedium grande. We'll have a look at the next one now. Well, the next plant we'll look at is this Phragmipedium Fritz Schomberg, and this is a little bit I don't know, for me I'm finding it a little bit of a strange plant, a little bit delicate for the way it grows. This was first originated in 2007 by Manique in Peru, I think it was, and it's a cross between Cavacii and Bessii. I also have one of these that's crossed back to Bessii. It's known as Robert Yanqueni, and that's much smaller. Now, this should be a larger plant. The thing that bugs me about this plant is the leaves. They get to a certain length and then they bend over. You know, I like them stood up like this. And I don't know how they do that. I don't know why they do that. It has 3 new growths every year, and the 3 new growths come up, bend over, and the other 3 growths of a year before die off. And it's just like perpetual, 3 growths die, 3 growths die, all year. Occasionally it sends up a bloom, which are very nice indeed. The trouble with this is when they do grow, they grow very compact down by the roots. I'll just get the camera and see if I can show you that. Yeah, you can see 3 growths there, and look how compact they are together. And by the side of it there's a new growth coming up. But they're so compact these that you can't really take them up and split them, one thing or another. But I'm not into splitting things, as you know, much. You see the new growths on these are in a very compact place. There's one coming up there. Here it is. There's another there. And did I see a little one coming up round the other end? Yep. Another little one coming up there. The flowers on these are usually red and they can grow quite big. You know, they can get up to, what, 4.5 inch, and sometimes they'll get a little bit bigger, and I suppose that comes from the Paphiopedilum. But mostly they're a beautiful red colour. But if you cross the Paphiopedilum with a parishii flavum, which is yellow, you'll get the yellow tinges in the red, and it'll look almost orange. That is Phragmipedium Fritz Schomberg. Well, the next plant I'd like to show you is the Phragmipedium Andean fire. A lot of people's favourite this, absolutely beautiful. Cross between, parishii and Lindleyanum. It can vary a lot in colour, these plants. They're generally a nice red, and there's one erect spike there, and it can have as many as 7 flowers on all at the same time. Absolutely beautiful. I've taken many cuttings, many divisions off this one, but I don't think there's any of the mother plant left on this one. And there's quite a few growths. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 big growths on there, and a couple of little ones coming up at the front. So that's a plant I really like. That's Paphiopedilum. Paphiopedilum. Yeah, there's 4 large growths on this, and it's flowered twice. Once there, and another time there. Yeah, you can see it there. So it should be flowering from this one next, and then the year after from this one. And it's got, I think, yeah, a couple of new growths coming up at the bottom there, as you can see. So I'm always pleased with this plant. It never lets me down until this year when it hasn't flowered. So anyhow, that's Phragmipedium Andean fire. Now the last Phragmipedium I'd like to show you is this Phragmipedium ruby slippers, which is a cross between parishii and caudatum. Not the easiest of plants to grow, and this has been on the drip system now for what, a month. I think it's about the time I checked what was going on. It's just got 1, 2, 3 growths on it. So we'll have a look at the roots on this one. Take it out of its pot and hope the roots are alright on this one. Just have a look. Yeah, a little bit smaller roots than the others, but growing very nicely. No soft roots. I'll get the camera, then you can have a look at them. I know people love looking at roots close up. Well, here we are, and it looks like it's just beginning to put a spurt on in growth. New roots there, new roots coming there, new there. Plenty of new root growth on it. See what it's like round the other side. Yep, new root growth there. Not much down there. And I thought I saw a new little growth coming up somewhere. Yep. I've moved the camera again. I've done it again. There's the new root growth coming up. So that's doing very nicely. Plenty of new root growth. No bad roots at all. So I'll keep doing what I've always been doing with this one. Fish, blood and bone twice a year, and keep it nice and wet on the drip system. I just pop this one back up. Changing anything, I'm just going to pot it up in what it's already been potted up in. It seems to be doing quite well in that. Yep. There we are. And be careful not to break any of these new roots. So I haven't to be too rough with it. Just tap everything down to the bottom. I think I'll do it from this side as well because there's not so many new roots down here. That'll be the easiest place to do it from. Anyhow, I'll show you this when I've potted it up out of... So that's that one potted up. That's Phragmipedium ruby slippers. Very pleased with it. Now this is a Paphiopedilum that should be nice if I ever get it to flower. It is a parishii cross price stems, and you get some very big leaves. I'll hold it up. You see the leaves how they droop there. Lovely plant. Two nice growths on it. New leaves coming up. So that should be that should show some progress in the next few months. Now this is one of my very, very favourite Paphiopedilums. Paphiopedilum Prince Edward of York, which is a cross between the queen of all Paphiopedilums, which is the Sandrianum, and the king of all Paphiopedilums, which is Rothschildianum. Absolutely beautiful. This is a small growth I developed off the mother plant. The mother plant flowered absolutely beautiful with 3 beautiful flowers on it, and then went downhill as it started to grow this this little growth. So this little growth is now coming on very well, and this should be flowering before long. This is well worth looking up on the web. Paphiopedilum Prince Edward of York. Well, I think I've shown you this one before. It's the Paphiopedium Lady Isabel, cross between Rothschildianum and Stony Eye, and it's still refusing to flower, this one, and the only way I think I can get it to flower is by splitting it, but I'm a bit loath to do that. I'll just wait this year to see how it goes. That's Paphiopedilum Paphiopedilum, Lady Isabel. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't, give it a thumbs down. And if you'd like to see more plants, just leave it in your comments. So thank you very much for watching. Thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks to everybody who has a look at my channel. And until next time, I'll see you all later. Bye.